Atos from BE Ed 2C, and for today I am going to discuss the volleyball rules. Here are the fundamental must known rules of volleyball game. The first one, only 6 players on the floor of any given time. That means 3 in the front row and 3 at the back row. Second one, points are made on every serves for the winning team of the rally. Rally point scoring. Third one, player may not hit the ball twice in succession. A block is not considered a hit. Fourth one, ball may be played off the net during a volley on a serve. The fifth one, a ball hitting a boundary line is in. Sixth, a ball is out if it hits an antenna, the floor, completely outside the court. Any of the net or cables outside the antenna, the referee stand or pole, or the ceilings above non-playable area. 7. It is legal to contact the ball with any parts of a player's body. 8. It is legal to catch, hold, or throw the ball. 9. A player cannot block or attack a serve from, on, or inside the 10-foot line. 10. After the serve, frontline players may switch position at the net. The last one, matches are made up sets. The numbers depends on a level of a play. The next one is volleyball rules violation. Committing of any of these volleyball rules violation result in a point of the opponent. The first one is stepping or across the service line when serving while contacting the ball. The second one, failure to serve the ball over the net successfully. The third one, ball handling errors and contacting the ball illegally. Double, touching, lifting, carrying, throwing, and etc. The fourth one, touching the net with any parts of the body while the ball is in play. The fifth one, blocking a ball coming from the opponent's courts and contacting the ball when reaching over the net if the opponent has not used 3 contacts and has a player there to make a play on a ball. Attacking a ball coming from the opponent's courts and contacting the ball when reaching over the net when the ball has not yet broken the vertical plane of the net. 7. Crossing the court center line, any parts of the body except for a hand or foot. It is only considered a violation if the entire hand or entry foot crosses the court center line. 8. Serving out of rotation or out of order. 9. Back row of blocking, deflecting a ball coming from the opponent. When now of contact, the back row players is near the net has part of their body above the top of the net. This is an illegal block. And the last one, back row players attacking a ball inside the front zone, the area inside the 3M 10-foot line when now on contact. The ball is completely above the net. This is illegal attack. Thank you.
Next is the basic violation in volleyball. First one is the consecutive contacts. A player may not hit the ball 2 times consecutively except when blocking, provided the contacts take place. However, a player may make consecutive contacts on the team's first team contact, provided the contacts occur during the action. Second one is the 4 hits. It's a violation for a team to hit the ball 4 times before returning it. Third one is the assistant hit. It's illegal for a player or any object to assist a teammate in playing the ball. Next is the catch. It is illegal to catch or throw the ball. The ball must rebound from the hit. Next is the ball crossing the net outside the crossing space. The ball must cross the net within the crossing space. The ball must cross over the net between the antennae and the imaginary extension and without containing the ceiling. Next is the reaching over the net. There are official rules for playing the ball at the net. Next is the penetrations under the net. It's permitted for a player to step under the net into the opponent's court provided some part of the pertaining hand or foot in contact with is directly above the center. Next is the contact with the net. Contact with the net is only a fault if contact is made during the action of playing the ball or if it is interferes with play. Next is the foot fault. Now, of serving contact or take off for a jump serve, the server must not touch the court or the ground outside the service zone. After contact, he or she may step or land outside the service zone or inside the court. Next is the attacking faults. The following are a valuable violation for attacking. A back row player competes an attack hit from the front zone if the moment of contact the ball is entirely above the top of the net. Next is the components an attack hit on a serve ball when the ball is the front zone and the ball is entirely above the top of the net. Next is the libero completes an attack hit with the moment of contact the ball is entirely above to the top of the net. Next is the player completes an attack hit from higher than the top of the net when the ball is coming from an overhand fingers pass by a libero in the front zone. Next violation is the blocking within the opponent's space. A blocker may place his or her hands beyond the net provided these actions does not interfere with the opponent's play. It's legal to block beyond the net provided the ball would have crossed the net if not touched by a player and no member of the attacking team was in position to make a play. The ball is falling near net and member of the attacking team is in position to make a play. Next is the contact with the ball is made after 3 team contacts.
Good day everyone, my name is Mary Joy Salazar from BEd 2C. So for today, I want to make a video presentation because I'm the one of the reporter of the group 5. So the first is the serve. Server must serve from behind the end line until after contact. It means before serving it necessary to be in the last line until the end of his serve. Second, a ball may be served underhand or overhand. Ball must clearly visible to opponents before serve. Serve ball may graze the net and drop to the other side for point. First game serve is determined by a volley. Each subsequent game shall be served by the previous game loser. The next one is ball must be clearly visible to opponents before serve. So it means before we settle or serve, we need to see the opponent's ball. And the next is serve ball may graze the net and drop the other sides for a point. So first game serve is determined by a volley. Each subsequent game shall be served by the previous game loser. Serve must be returned by a bump only, no setting or attacking a serve. Next one is first game serve is determined by a volley. Each subsequent game shall be served by the previous game loser. So serve must be returned by a bump only, no setting or attacking a serve. Next is serve must return by a pump only. The server's primary responsibility to get the ball over the net and within the court. So next is scoring. Rally scoring will be used. So rally scoring is when a team gets point when the other team fails to return the ball over the net, or when the ball goes out of bounds, commits an infraction or makes service error. Next is there will be a point scored on every score of the ball. So opponents will score on a defense miss or out bounds, which means a point is scored on every serve. A player continues to serve until losing a volley. Next is offense will score a defense miss or out bounds hit. So defense will score on offensive miss out of bounds hit, serves into the net, game will be played to 25 points. Next is defense will score on offensive miss into the net, there will be a point scored on every score of the ball. The next is must win by 2 points. So it means if the game is tied at 20 or 20 all, then you are required to win by 2 clear points. Unlike most sports, however, if the score becomes 29 over 29 or 29 all, the player team scores the 30 point will be the game. The next one is playing the game volley. So maximum of 3 hits per size. Each team is allowed a maximum of the successive contacts of the ball in order to return to the ball the opponent's area. The only exception to these rules is that black not considered to be one of the 3 contacts. 3.2 contacted ball. A player who contacts the ball shall be considered as a playing ball. Next is player may not hit the ball twice in successions. A block is not considered a hit. So, ball may be played off the net during a volley and on serve. A ball touching boundary line is good. Next is ball may be played off the net during a volley and on serve. So, a ball touching a boundary line is good. A legal hit is contact with the ball by a player body above, including the waist which does not allow the ball visible come to the rest. Next is a ball touching a boundary line is good. If any parts of the ball touches the line, then the ball is considered to be good. If the ball lands out and is not touched by any player on the receiving team before the ground, then a side up is called. A serve may also touch the net as long as it lands inbound. This is a net serve. So the 5 is a legal hit is contact with the ball by a player's body above and including waist which does not allow the ball to visible come to a rest. So legal hits a contact with the ball by the player body above and including the waist of the net and does not allow. It is considered one play and the players involved may not participate in the next play. Next is if 2 or more players contact the ball simultaneously, it is considered one play and the players involved may not participate in the next play. So it means if 2 or more players contact the ball simultaneously, it considered one play and the players involved may not participate in the next play. A player must not block or attack serve. Switching position will be allowed only between front line players after the serve only. So the last is a switching position will be allowed only between front players after the serve only. So a player must not block or attack a serve. So timeouts. Timeouts is a player is injured, the game goes into automatic 30 seconds timeout if the injured player is unavailable to continue playing within within this frame, he needs to place or his team needs to a technical timeout. Each team can take technical timeouts per set. Each being of 60-second duration, there is no timeout allowed in the fifth deciding set. So volleyball faults. So first is there are several ways to fault and lose the point. Here are some examples. Hitting the volleyball illegally, stepping over or on the line while serving, not hitting the ball over the net, touching the net, reaching under the net and interfering with the player of the ball, not serving in the correct order, hitting the volleyball out of bounds, double hitting when the same player hits the ball twice in a row, hitting the ball more than 3 times. And that's all. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. I am Judy Ann Orcasitas from BE Ed 2C and I am the assigned reporter for referee calls and signals. So the first referee calls is signal to serve. The referee moves the hand across the chest to signal the player to serve the ball. Next is team gets the ball. The referee extends the arm to the side of the team that will serve. Next is change of courts. Make a fist with both hands and turn the arms around the body front and back. Basically, twist them around the body to signal the teams to change courts. Next is timeouts. To signal a timeout, place the palm of one hand over the fingers of the other. This forms a T, then point with the hand in the direction to the team that is charged the timeout. Next, substitutions. Make circular motion of the forearms around each other. Next one is end of set or match. Cross the forearms in front of the chest with hands open. Ball toss or release at the service hit. Extend the arm forward and lift with the palm facing upward. Next is delay of service. Raise the hand up, signal 8 fingers. Next is blocking fault or screening. Raise both arms up, hold in a vertical position with palms forward. Positional or rotational fault. Make a circular motion with the forefinger. Next is ball in signal. Point the arm or fingers toward the floors. Next is ball out signal. Raise both arms up, elbows to 90-degree angle with forearms parallel torso. Palms are facing the body with no space between fingers. Next is catch. To signal a cuffed or thrown ball, slowly lift the forearm, palm of the hand is facing upward. Next is double contact. To signal a double contact, raise 2 fingers and spread them apart to signal 2 hits. Next is 4 hits. To signal 4 hits, raise your forehand up, spread 4 fingers apart. Next is illegal touching of the net. Reach out and touch the net with the hand, indicating which side was in the net. Next is reaching beyond the net. Place a hand above the net, palm facing forward. Next is attack, hit, fault. Raise the arm up vertically, then make a downward motion with the forearm while keeping the hand open. Next is crossing the center line. Point the center line with the index finger. Next is replace signal. Raise both thumbs vertically. Next is ball touch. Place hand in front of you, palm facing you, then brush fingers of the opposite hand once over the palms, that's vertical. Line judge signals using a flag. Ball in, point the flag down. When we say ball out, raise the flag up vertically. Next is ball touch. Point flag up and touch the top of the flag with the palm of the free hand. Next is ball crosses the net outside the crossing space. Wave the flag high overhead and point with a finger to the antennae. Impossible to make the call is raise and cross both arms and hands in front of the chest.